Hello and welcome to YHTV's Flowing into Awareness with visionary and master intuitive Anatara. I'm Christina Suzuma, your host for this program. Today's topic is checking in. Who are you now? And with us is the beautiful Anatara.
Hello, Christina.
Hello. Who are you?
No, I think that changes from moment to moment.
I was going to say. I love it.
Oh, for this discussion that we're having now, and the one we just, we had a couple weeks ago, I've used the word now, and I sometimes feel that some of us think, oh, not that word now again. Why do we have to keep using that word as a reference for anything? People become tired of it constantly being reminded that there is something about now or the moment that we might be missing.
But it's such a powerful word.
It is,
because
exactly.
It brings us into the present.
Exactly.
Right?
So, yeah, exactly. We could call it the present, we could call it all kinds of things. But when you think of now, it becomes more, I think it becomes more emphatic. I think it becomes, more in the moment.
Yeah. Well, I think, and we've all been, as we're growing up, you hear parents go, now, it's like so ingrained to us. It means right now.
We've learned to jump to that word. So there is a little bit of a, I'm not a threat to it, but it has an impression. It leaves an impression on us based on what we've experienced.
Yes.
But the way I'm using it here is that, checking in, who are you right now? You were just talking a little while ago about how at this time of year we've almost come to the end of a year, of our cycle of a year. The end of 2015 is coming in a while. And where was I last year at this time? What was going on for me? How did I feel about things? And then how do I feel now? Who am I? In the now, what have I learned? What have I done? Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, I can't remember that far back. And honestly, it doesn't matter anymore.
Well,
I want to be in the now.
That would be my answer, too. Okay, so taking that into consideration, let's find out who we are now. Check into yourself, whether it's in reference to who you were a year ago, or in reference to right now, today, or yesterday, or last week. What are the impressions that you are receiving and picking up on from the world around you about you? How do you feel? What do you need? What do you use to explain to yourself who you are? Is it what you do? Is it whether you feel happy or sad? Is it that you feel poor? Is it that you feel that the abundance is flowing? What are those signals, or what are those tidbits of reference and information that you use to teach yourself about who you are? The world is full of reciprocity. The world is full of feedback, always giving you an idea about who you are. So this checking in process, even though I'm bringing it up now, and we perhaps haven't done this in a while, what if it happened in every moment? What if you were always checking in, not because you're thinking I need to check in, but because you were allowing all of those points of reference around you to be in continuous informing you of who you are and what's going on around you. Okay? So take a moment to look at yourself and to look at what you like to see and like to experience. Because in those things, in that which you look to and look for around you, you're going to find out what matters to you, and or what you think and tell yourself matters to you. Let's unravel that just a little bit. If I am only looking for happy people to surround myself with, does that mean that I am a happy person, that I am at ease all the time, which it could? Or does it mean that I feel uncomfortable or scared or unhappy if I'm with people that aren't clear and aren't happy. So there's one kind of idea. If I am always looking for people who tell me what a great person I am, or that I did a really good job of this or that, what does that tell me about what I am looking for? What sorts of things do I need in order to feel good about myself, in order to feel whole, in order to feel that this life that I'm taking is and having is valuable to me? Am I valuable to other people and therefore valuable to me? Am I just in the moment and being all right with me? And that's what makes me feel good about myself. What is it? Who are you? Check in. And use your observations about how you interact with everything else around you to give you the very best description of who and what you are, of who and what you are looking for. And then sort of automatically it takes you into, well, I don't feel so good about myself, therefore I'm always looking for someone to tell me that I'm fantastic. I don't feel safe being unhappy, therefore I'm always looking for happiness. I like to be in a situation where there are people yelling around me because for some reason there's a vessel there, something that surrounds me that is familiar enough that it makes me feel more like me. And what are those things? Only you can really tell yourself that. You have the I was going to say the power, but you have the ability inside you to observe every single thing around yourself and to find out what you are looking for, what you need, and therefore who you are. How does that work for you?
How does it work for me? It's interesting because I believe that I live so much in the present that it is what is in that moment, in my moment. And if I see something that I fear, for example, I plunge forward because I've learned in life, it's like, don't walk away because you're going to have to face that again. So just plunge, just go. I fear that. Oh, okay. Well, let's get it over with. You know? Or
not everybody feels that way about the things they fear.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's that level of consciousness for myself. Mm-hmm. And if as far as joy and happiness, if I realize there's something I'm not happy about, I go, okay, well, how do I fix this? You know, because it is true. Who am I at this moment? And my drive is always for myself to be more at peace, which creates the joy and that space, that breath. So anytime I feel that is not in place, it's taking that breath to go, let's place it back. Let's bring in whatever it is to make me feel that comfort within. And it's not anyone else. It has nothing to do with anyone else. And this is something I'm hearing from you. It is about, who are you? You're the only one that knows and needs to know.
Exactly.
And that's what's beautiful about what you're saying. And this is what I'm getting is like, just acknowledge who you are. Honor who you are at this moment.
Doesn't that feel good? Doesn't it feel good to say that?
Yes.
It's amazing to receive that from you.
And this is what I'm getting from this time, Anatar, and what you've shared, is honoring thyself, no matter who you are at this moment, and raising that level of consciousness that if you're not happy with that, just make the little shifts and it will come.
Oh, and you know, it's sometimes the word happy can be misunderstood because really, if you're not satisfied with, if you're not, resonant with, we could use that word instead of happy. You know, if we're not at ease with and at peace with, as you're describing, then it's look a little deeper, look a little bit more particularly into who you are, and see what you see about yourself. You know, and let this checking in be something that becomes continuous. something that you may be thinking about all the time, or something that you may just be naturally and automatically doing. Because that is the gift. That's the gift of self. That's the gift of being. Like, go be it.
Go
be you. Off with you now.
It's true. It's that childlike, which they don't think about it. For them, it's
Exactly.
like they just want to play.
That's right.
And
That's
it's
right.
finding that as we get older, it's finding that moment of play.
Yeah, because we forget that. We forget that we are allowed to be as a playful child is. We forget. And we stop doing it, and then, oh, we're lost.
Oh, my goodness. Lovely. Very nice. Thank you so much, Anatara. This is a wonderful moment. Thank you so much. And thank you so much to each and every one of you for joining us in this new platform of education and information. We're grateful for your continuous support, and we look forward to hearing your feedback on how we can serve you better. You can connect with Anatara by following her on Twitter @Anatara, and of course through her own website, anatara.ca. We look forward to your questions and comments, even suggestions. Give us a call at 818-LETS-TALK. 818-LETS-TALK. Until next time, namaste.
When I walked into this room, it still stays with me, is here's this woman with second, first, and third degree burns all over her body, bandaged all up, and I see her struggling to try and bend her arm with the bandages on it to get that cigarette back to her mouth. So
Wow.
that shows the power of the addiction there. But smoking is another thing that we have to worry about.